Alright, I watch a lot of YouTube videos to learn more about coffee, and I've been a freaking barista all my life. But I never had this machine. And in the YouTube videos, that looks so cool and that looks so vintagey and, useful. But I think after 1 month of using this coffee grinder, this hand is a lot bigger than this hand. So those who are looking for a nice, easy to make coffee grinder, they have two options. Invest some more money than that, because that costs about 57 euro. Or you can go really high to 250 or something, 250 or 300 euro for Comandante, which is basically you move with the same speed without forcing too much of your hand, and will make just perfect grind. Or invest money on an electronic, which is a lot bigger, use electricity, not very ecologic, but it makes your life a lot easier, and you're not gonna end up having bigger hand on this side and a smaller side on this side. Now today we're going to talk about a dramatic black and white photos. I'm just gonna finish this thing later on. Now, I'm a big fan of dramatic black and white images and black and white image in general, only because I think that black and white image has less distraction, so you can actually pay attention to the story, pay attention to what is going on without too many distraction of colors. Although color image are beautiful if it's done well. Other than that, it doesn't bring anything. And my personal feeling, for example, the image that I'm about to show you, that I'm going to edit in Luminar Neo, and I have no affiliate with that company, to be honest with you. I'm just curious, and I use any software to use any kind of black and white images. Now I have this software available in my hand, so I thought, why not use it? And it does a very good job, easy, and it's still a black and white, so I'm not using the artificial intelligence to create a black and white image. It's just, there is a lot many other software available can do exact same job pretty well. I just happen to use Luminar Neo, and that's it. The reason behind the black and white is personally important for me, because I grew up with in a society where in a family where I only saw black and white images of my grandparents, my parents, and color images I had some, but they were kind of destroyed, while black and white remained very well. So that stayed in my head, and every time I did a lot of experimentation of black and white image with color, meaning that I took same image and I saw side by side black and white and color. For some reason that I connected more to that black and white image. It doesn't matter it's a photo of a person or a photo of a location. And especially when it comes to ocean, when it comes to nature, if it's minimalist, black and white images gives you a lot of feeling than the color. So without any further ado, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you an image that I'm about to edit in in Luminar Neo, and maybe I will be able to explain you better why I like black and white image. So let's jump into the tutorial. Now let's take a look at this wonderful and glorious picture of the nature, where the big wave hitting this enormous rock. Now this photo is taken with the Canon 70D with a 70 to 200 mm long lens, so definitely it's going to be interesting to edit. Now I could do two things. One, if I have my preset saved, I could go there, but I don't have black and white preset to deliver such as enormosity. So what I can do, I can go to edit and just simply go to the essential first. And what I can do there is that start with the basic edit, such as lens correction to start. Should be somewhere here. There you go, optics. Now auto distortion correction, automatic chromatic aberration, and auto difference. I'm gonna leave it everything to pretty much auto, so that should be fine. Now I don't want the foreground, this dark area, to be extremely in focus or bright. That being said, what I can do is to bring some light back so that I can at least see what's going on there. In order to do that, instead of using the traditional sliders, I could actually go to the bottom and then see relates, and then I can actually use the brightness near, and let's see what it gives me. Normally it takes a little bit of time, but it should give me something in any moment. I don't know if you can hear, my computer is actually started to work, so that's a good news. The problem with Luminar Neo and a small laptop is that sometimes it's not that quick, you know what I mean? So now that it's working, you can clearly see that my foreground, there is a little bit of contrast there, which is amazing. Right, now idea is to create a black and white image. So I can close it down, right? Then it's still a underexposed image, so I can go to the enhance and slide up the enhance quite a bit without overexposing my wave that's hitting. And then I can go to the crop area and fix my horizon. Normally it should fix it automatically. In my opinion, it's not that good enough because the horizon is not that straight, because you can see that it's not the best. So I can click the original, go as much as I can, and try my best to fix it. If it's not possible, then I have to unfortunately do it manually. So I'm gonna try to do what I can do. Normally it should have like an option, like a manual option somewhere here. So I'm gonna re-click the whole thing and see if I can fix it manually. Yeah, I can fix it manually. I have to be very precise because it's actually moving too quick. So it should be slower, but the Luminar Neo is too quick in this particular area. So I have to be extremely slow. Now I want a little bit more sky, and that's it. Should be fine. There you go. Right, now I have to give some sharpness, but before I'm doing that, I am going to go to black and white. Let's say that should be in the color area. There you go, at the bottom you have the black and white, and you can click convert to black and white. Super easy. Now you can play with the red slider, like each slider, see which one is more important. In my case, the sky is the blue, so I don't want bright sky. I want dark sky, to be honest. Now magenta normally doesn't have any kind of impact here, so not gonna play with that too much. Yellow, on the other hand, let's see what he has to provide me. I'm gonna put the yellow slider up and the red to give some light to the rock. So far, it's pretty much good and straightforward, but it's missing the punch, the extreme punch on the foreground. Still, I'm still not happy with the foreground part. So I'm gonna straight go to the super contrast at the bottom. Then let's see what is the highlight contrast gives me. So highlight contrast is basically kind of pull down the highlight from the water, and I can see the balance. Let's see. There you go. It's all right. I have to be very careful in this particular place. And now the mid-tone contrast. Let's see. Nice. Now this is going somewhere. So you can go back and forth and see what it's giving you. That's exactly what I'm looking for, like a big splash of water and feeling like that. You can actually feel the power of the ocean. Now, the contrast, shadow contrast, let's see, where am I? So I'm gonna go down just a little bit. You know, pretty much we are really doing well. Now in the dodge and burn, in the middle, I need some more light. I can see it. So I'm gonna brush it at the, it needs a little bit. Tuck, tuck, tuck. The softness is 100, so it's doing very well. I'm gonna bring some light back from there. Maybe some from this section. Nice. Now we are going somewhere. I'm happy. I'm actually extremely happy. This is good. This is really, really good. I'm gonna do more dodge and burn. I love this one-click solution. You know. Now the horizon is still not good enough. So I'm gonna go back into the crop and click the horizon and alignment. I'm having a problem with my accent, and looks good about there. Beam. And is there anything else I can do? So of course I can actually change the whole thing and then add some glow, add some fine grain. I could use some grain here because grain is sometimes gives a little bit of filmic look, but not too much though. So it looks like I already added some grain, but I'm going to reduce the amount. All right, that's looking good. The sky, in the sky you can see a little bit of a grain there, which is phenomenal. Right, so I added some grain, but I don't know, I think I complain a little too much because I can still feel like that my highlight contrast, I mean, there is something, still a little bit of punch missing. So what is it? It could be, I could crop this area right there. So I'm gonna go back to crop and select free. And then, no, that's not what I was looking for. I'm selecting free. So let me select my own crop, you little banana. I need my freedom. Don't take away freedom from me. Right. So I think we are getting somewhere. Now we have this beautiful and powerful, punchy picture of wave. What else I can do is that adding a little bit of contrast in the wave. So the only way I can think of doing it is that I could go to contrast somewhere here, like details for example, and then bring out the small details, but not too much though. So it becomes like a gritty kind of, punchy and powerful. And then in the, not the landscape, I think the landscape sometimes gives you a little bit of a contrast by using dehaze. You see that I'm adding more and more and more gritty and powerful contrast. It's printing friendly, which is very good. In the develop section, that I had the noise reduction, I could add a little bit of noise reduction in order to get rid of some grain. That's a little technique that I highly recommend you. And in the sharpness, a minor sharpness, which should be awesome. And in the curve, I don't think I need any more curves anymore. I think I'm good in everywhere. So, I don't know if I can see before and after. So before, that's the before, and this is after. Before and after. You see the dramatic change. It's amazing. I hope you liked a little tutorial. It's not really a tutorial. It's me playing with this software, and then you are just following along. So if you do like, let me know what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and what would you prefer. For example, now that I'm talking to you, I could actually go back quickly to the curve and add some yellow sepia vibe. For instance, there, and in the blue, I can go down just slightly. And you have, I'm gonna just actually, there you go. Now you have this sepia look, which is just another beautiful, amazing look. So you could do that too. And the edges, you can see that, if you want to fine tune, edges is too white. So what I can do, I can go back again all the way, dodge and burn, and the darken, and I can reduce the strength a little bit. What I can do, I can make this edge a little bit dark. You know what I mean? That you can do that too, because sometimes you need a little bit of contrast and separation. Nothing too bright, nothing too strong, because it helps always. That I'm going to continue to do a little bit. Maybe I can raise the strength quite a bit. You know what I mean? Little details helps quite a lot. So anyway, let me know what you think about this tutorial, and definitely continue to follow me along with my journey, and most importantly, look after yourself, and bye bye.